Welcome to Drawfee, where we take dumb ideas
And make even dumber drawings.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Justin.
I'm Tristan.
I'm Julia.
Justin jumped the line. Justin's feeling a little rambunctious, huh?
He
Ready
wants
to
to
go.
get in there.
You're,
He literally shoved Jacob out of the way and sat down, and now Jacob is banished.
Jacob isn't breathing. I'm a little worried about Jacob.
oh no.
He looks very peaceful right now on the ground.
Let's
if
just
that
leave him
helps.
be. Let's just leave him alone.
Well, guys, my Drawfee sense is tingling because I've got a feeling we're doing something fun.
As you might know, Spider-Man Homecoming is coming to theaters.
It's homecoming to theaters.
So I come up with an obscure character from a comic book universe.
There are so many of those.
There are there are decades and decades worth of just pure garbage. They have to make comics every month.
They just gotta come up with something.
Oh, we know what that's like. A lot of garbage.
Have to come up with something, and so you make garbage here on Drawfee? No.
And Spider-Man has been around for such a long time. He's got some of the best villains in Marvel canon, and also some of the worst villains. So I figured what I'll do today is I'll challenge you guys to draw an obscure Spider-Man villain that you probably don't know, and I'll only give you the name at first, and then over time I will sort of slowly drip feed you some deets.
Like the radioactive spider serum entering our bloodstream, the information will slowly enter us until we are fully...
the spider serum.
You know.
We can already tell Nathan is well-versed in Spider-Man lore.
What do you call it? The spider bite.
Yeah, that's the spider serum they gave to Captain Spider.
Yeah, they gave him the super
puny, scrawny little Captain Spider.
In World War II, they gave little Peter Parker the injection of spider serum, and they put him in the machine, and then he came out all buff spidery, and he became the symbol of
Nathan
peace.
sounds fully refreshed. Tristan, why don't you hit him?
Okay.
I know
All right.
I know the comics.
Here's your first Spider-Man villain, Spider-Side.
Great.
Spider-Side.
Is that like spermicide?
Yeah, like
genocide.
Okay.
Can you spell that?
Spider,
Yes.
and then no hyphen.
That's how you know he's evil.
C-I-D-E. It's one letter away from Spider Cider.
which sounds disgusting.
So okay.
Halloween treat.
He's the exterminator. He's a spider exterminator. Is that his?
Well, okay, I can get right into it. His backstory. He is from the Clone Saga of Spider-Man, the one that everyone hates, the worst, most convoluted, most incomprehensible Spider-Man story ever. There's tons and tons of clones of Spider-Man. Spider-Man thinks that he's a clone, but he's not. It's like that movie, The Sixth Day.
It's like that movie Attack of the Clones, which was a famously bad movie.
Spider-Side is a clone of Peter Parker, who at first didn't think he was a clone, which is a real big thing with all these clones who don't think they're.
How do you know if you're a clone or not?
Oh, well, then an asshole named the Jackal tells you, oh, yeah, you're a clone.
The Jackal?
He knows.
Yeah, he definitely
knows all
knows.
the secrets.
This is a cloned Peter Parker.
It's a cloned Peter Parker.
But he went the anti-spider route.
Well, he was created to kill.
So no legs.
That's up to you.
I'm still drawing him as an exterminator because I think that's his aesthetic.
Sure. So he was born and designed to kill Peter Parker, Mary Jane, and two other spider clones named Kane and Ben Reilly.
Kane and not a Kane and.
Sorry, I shall name you Kane, and I shall name you Ben. Ben's all I got. Ben Reilly. How about that? I
He's
give you
named
two.
after like Uncle Ben.
All right.
It's a whole deal. I do not want to get into the Clone Saga. I know I did this to myself.
You did. You started this.
We're intrigued now. I need to know about Ben Reilly.
No, you
I'm
don't.
loving the ski man you've made. Oh, okay. So he's wearing a gas mask. Okay.
He's wearing a gas mask.
So he's got all.
How do gas masks work?
He's got all the Spider-Man powers that you want. He's got the web. Well, he doesn't have the web slinger. But he
doesn't have.
So he doesn't have the main one.
Okay, the web slingers are actually a piece of technology as opposed to an endemic ability. But he's got wall crawling, super strength, super speed, spider senses, all that stuff. Plus, he is just like kind of ultra venom in that he is.
Isn't that Carnage?
No. No, it is not.
God.
He's like super bendy and he's almost like the T-1000 in that he can like.
Oh, he's bendy. Okay,
he's
cool,
super
got
bendy.
it.
He can morph himself. He's also very gooey. And that, like, if you try to punch him, he can just turn into water if he wants to, and you just kind of goosh right through him.
He's a goo boy.
That's not a spider ability at all.
Look,
Spiders can't do that.
he kind of wigged out when he figured out he was a clone. He was like, "Oh, I'm goo now."
Oh,
and
that's
then
gross.
he gooed up, and then the jackal threw a propane tank at him, which turned out to be his kryptonite.
Oh, that's interesting because I was thinking of Dale Gribble when you first mentioned this character, so that's why I was gonna give him his little like bug be gone hat.
Guys, I blacked out
anti-spider.
somewhere. Are we talking about Dale Earnhardt?
Yes.
I blacked out.
We're talking about propane and propane accessories.
Oh.
Does Spider-Side have Pocket Sandman?
What episode am I on?
Wait, guys.
Let it go.
Wait, do it again.
Pocket Sandman.
Don't acknowledge him.
That's Justin, that's very good.
Cha-cha.
Squirrel tactics. Yeah.
Spider-Side does come back to life, but then he dies again when Jackal kills him again by throwing him off a building.
Why is Jackal the one that's killing him?
The Jackal is like one of the masterminds behind all the clones and everything.
Gee, I'm already so bored.
Look, it is exhausting. The Wikipedia for this is not one of those fun holes that you go down. It's like that abyss that Ozzie Smith falls into in The Simpsons, where it's just like a red spiral of doom with E equals MC squared floating by.
Oh, that was the only sports reference we're gonna get on this episode. Ozzie Smith.
Well, it is like
it was a Simpsons reference, but yeah, they had a sportsman. So if he's like the Terminator goo man, his backpack is just him.
Yeah.
So his backpack's him, his tube is him, and he's shooting himself out.
He really doesn't need this whole apparatus.
It's an aesthetic choice that he went with, and I like it. I like it a lot. I think maybe he's got like the little clip for the backpack.
It just does nothing, but it looks good.
And he's wearing like a jumpsuit.
He's definitely like one of the most 90s characters there could possibly be.
So change his hat to a visor.
Sure.
And have his frosted tips coming up.
Yeah, here we go.
From it.
Oh, I shouldn't have made
So
myself do
he
this.
hates spiders and he's exterminating spiders, but at the same time he is Spider.
It's that classic.
himself.
He's a self-hating spider.
So he's just got like it's like me wearing a hat with my face on it and then a big X through it.
Oh, the one that I have?
Oh.
The one that I wear all the time.
Well, okay. Yes.
Wow. Impression.
I famously hate Tristan.
Famous Tristanator, Justin Hall.
It's good. We've sort of settled all the feuds that were going on Drawfee, so it's good that we have a new one. Okay, here we go. But
he shoots optic blasts.
But he's shooting.
What?
What?
But he's shooting
How
himself
dare you.
out. And you said he's a venom. He's a super venom. So
more or less, like he's
so
another.
he's
He's
like
yet
Snout? What is this?
no, it's a venom.
Oh.
It's a
I
venom.
like this.
Here he comes.
He's got kind of a.
Here he's coming. He's like, I'm gonna get you, Spidey.
I'll make this harder for you, but I'm gonna because Venom needs a tongue.
Oh, here it comes.
He needs a big slimy tongue.
He needs to be all gooped up.
This is just a Ghostbuster.
You can tell that he's being shot because the goo's sort of splashing back.
Yeah.
So he's just shooting a gooey venom, which is himself, out of a gun that is also himself. I think this is our guy.
Yeah, I like it.
I think I drew him.
Wow, this is like very accurate. I can't believe you just drew the character.
Tristan, is that some sarcasm? I'm
never.
not enjoying this hostility.
I never.
We're gonna have to talk to you about this.
Oh.
All right, let me look up this boy. This is
Spider-Side.
Spider-Side. It's just Spider-Man.
Superman.
It's just a-
Spider-Man.
I forgot the classic Spider-Man trope that when in doubt, just draw Spider-Man.
You can kind of see him kind of like morph out here a little bit.
Oh yeah, he's got some like claws going.
He's Bane.
He's Bane, Venom, Spider-Man.
Yeah, I should have figured that a clone of Peter Parker would choose a very similar style costume. He just likes
tiny head.
He likes blue and red. He likes those colors, and he's gonna make it no matter whether or not he's a clone.
I think it's time to see what Justin's got.
All right, Justin, I know you're sitting down, but I need you to, like, double sit down for this.
All right, I'm squatting in the chair.
Stand up and then just sit down.
Okay,
do
all right.
some squats. This is just an exercise routine.
I'm getting too sweaty for this.
All right, this next villain, Chitty Lock, the chicken cow.
My
Chitty
favorite
Lock, the
cartoon
chicken
show.
cow.
What?
Let me spell this out for you.
Please.
Chitty Lock is CHTYLOK. I don't know if that's how you say it. I don't think anyone has ever said it out loud before.
Not even in the pitch meeting.
I would say Chitty Lock.
I'd say T-Lock.
And then the chicken cow is spelled CHE-K''N space K-A-U. The Chitty Lock is a huge beast that can fly and has strength that is about comparable to the Hulk. I don't know if this is right, but I found it somewhere on the internet. It can travel at speeds up to 700 miles per hour.
The supersonic cow?
Yeah. Its exact origins are unclear, but in the Spider-Man comics, it's first mentioned as almost like a cryptid for the Marvel Universe that is based in and around the Savage Land, which is kind of like the Lost World almost. The Chitty Lock was worshipped on the Savage Land for a long time until it went into hibernation.
That makes sense.
Near Monster Island. And it was like kind of like frozen in the ice. Monster Island is down near Japan. And Savage Land is in Antarctica. This will come back later.
Great.
I hope you took notes.
Great, I'm listening.
It is awoken because it is the 90s. This is a cautionary tale. It is awoken because of the hole in the ozone layer.
Oh,
melting the
no.
ice.
Don't let hairspray.
Of course.
And also, the evil oil corporation Roxxon is kind of like in there too. Like
Roxxon?
Roxxon.
Roxxon.
This is Exxon with rocks.
Yeah.
It is exactly.
Oh, we spilled all these rocks. Oh, no.
Roxing on. That's our slogan.
People at home can't. Julia's standing up, and she just did a cool pose. When she
I did do a leap.
I'm not exaggerating right now when I say that she's doing like the classic superhero pose of her hands, like her fists kind of on her
I don't know what to do with myself. I'm standing.
So when the Chitty Lock awakens,
I love hearing that name.
When it awakens, it scares the shit out of every other monster on Monster Island. They all flee.
Was that the exact wording on the Spider-Man wiki?
It scares the shit out of every other monster.
When they pitched it, they were like, it scares the shit out of every monster.
That sounds cool.
I may or may not be reading Wikipedia entries that I myself have written.
This is all an elaborate fan fiction. Tristan is a timeless comic book writer who has been cursed to have all of his creations fall into obscurity, and this is his way of having them reborn.
You guys remember the chicken cow?
Justin, this is arguably neither chicken nor cow.
Well, he's a dinosaur from the Savage Lands.
I never said dino. I never said dino at all.
Some sort of monster.
Okay. All the monsters flee Monster Island, and then the Hulk is like, what's up with all these monsters? And then he goes and fights the chicken cow, and they fight for days. They pummel each other through the Earth's crust, from Japan all the way to Antarctica. And that's when they land in the Savage Land. They just burst out of the ground, and then Spider-Man's there. It's like, hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Spider-Man.
Hey, what's going on? Holy shit, what is that?
You know what? I just never said anything about, like, it's like having...
laying an egg?
I never said anything about it prairie dogging an egg.
You didn't have to, Tristan.
I will say that one of its powers, I forgot to mention, it does have a prehensile tail that can stab people.
Great. So it's a xenomorph?
You know.
I don't. That's the problem.
Who came up with the chicken cow name for it? Did
Someone
it name
really
itself?
high.
Chitty Lock?
Can it speak?
Well, the natives of the Savage Land, that's what they called it, and that's why there's hyphens and apostrophes in its name, because that's the closest translation, I guess. Justin, I'm wondering how this thing attacks anyone.
With its stern dinosaur noggin.
Does it shit its eggs at people like Yoshi?
Oh my god.
That's not what Yoshi does. Yes, it does that.
Oh no! Oh no! It's got a knife!
Oh my god! It's got a knife! Look out! It's got a knife!
Oh, hey, little
I like
buddy.
how it...
Oh no! Oh, it's not. Oh, it's serrated. Oh no!
Who would say, "Oh, look little buddy to that face.
I like that its tail is not a knife, it just has a knife.
Yeah.
They just got a knife from somewhere.
It's got to indicate that it's prehensile. It could pick up any weapon.
Yeah,
I think you would look at this thing's face and then its knife in kind of a kind of way. And then run.
Escalating terror.
Yeah.
It looks like it's currently chewing something. Is that the case?
It's chewing cud.
Chewing cud,
Oh,
how
okay.
cows do.
Yeah, it's got a cow face.
It's got many stomachs.
Well,
Is
this
it gonna have some sort of like rooster crest or cow ears or anything? Or is
yeah,
it,
some sort of.
Yes, definitely.
Are we just
it's
gonna-
definitely
Some
going to
sort
do
of
that.
like, what are those rooster jowls called? What do you
a
call
waddle?
them? Oh, is that what it's called?
I don't know.
I believe so, yeah.
It's got a little bell. Aww.
Who's giving this? Who's giving this? Creature
That was Hulk slipped a bell on it while they were fighting.
We have to know where it is.
So this is a Spider-Man villain, even though it fights the Hulk first. Spider-Man's the one who defeats it.
This thing shows up in the Savage Land. All Spider-Man does is literally say, "Oh, dinosaurs, get him!" And then all the dinosaurs gang up on the chicken cow, the Chitty Lock.
Spider-Man can control dinosaurs?
No,
No, that's a Hulk. Hulk does that, right?
no, neither of them. Did
What?
you read comic books?
I thought you said
I thought it was
that's how he
clear from
defeated it.
my explanation of the spider serum earlier on in the episode.
I
that
never
know-
said it made sense that happened. I have no explanation for any of it.
Justin, this is very good. It's got its one wing out, just sort of saying, hey.
Saying, hey,
Does it have another knife?
he's got another knife!
He's got two knives! No! I thought it just had one knife. It had an entirely another knife.
Gotcha. It's very
They're
sharp.
both bread knives.
So, I think I was pretty close.
I think this is... I feel like if it looked like this, it would have been a hit.
Let's see what this thing really looks like.
Okay.
Gah. Gah.
It's not any better.
I don't know which
I
one to
noticed
believe.
that you kind of went the opposite direction as they did. They went chicken
Yes.
top and then
Oh, kind of
cow
like,
bottoms.
yeah, kind of like a minotaur.
Oh, I hate
That's
that one.
Well, that's a DeviantArt. Oh no, he's presenting. Oh no.
Oh yeah, he's got some udders
well.
down there. Wow. Yep. He sure is. He sure is that.
Mm-hmm.
He sure is that guy.
It's just it's the Family Guy. It's when Peter fights the
The
chicken
big old chicken.
He
forever.
kind of is.
I like mine better, actually.
I think so far we're 2 for 2. We've designed better versions of these. I think Julia is poised to take us
I
home.
hate following Justin. How do I follow this up?
How do you follow the Chitty Lock? I can tell you. With the last Spider-Man villain for today, just a guy named Joe.
God damn it!
Now wait, is his name just a guy named Joe, or is his name Joe?
Just a guy named Joe.
Just a guy named Joe is the full name.
Just a guy named Joe.
Oh my god.
Tristan, you always give me just a name. You give me nothing to go off of. There's no words I can parse from it. It's
I
just
feel
a
like
straight
this
up
is much as, like,
dude.
Draw it from your experiences with people that you know named Joe.
Just a guy named. Anyone? Do you know
All right,
anyone
great.
named just a guy named Joe?
No, I don't.
It's one of the most
surprisingly.
popular baby names right now.
Oh, good. Just a guy named Joe. I'll name my kids that. Do you want to give me something?
Just
Okay.
a dude called Bill.
So his full name is Joe Smith.
God damn it.
No.
Oh, he's the Mormon guy.
How is it even less descriptive?
He's a Mormon guy?
That's the Joseph Smith was the Mormon.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the founder.
He
Oh,
is.
yep.
Is
With
that
his trusty sidekick, Brigham Young.
He is from Amazing Spider-Man number 38, all the way from 1966.
I don't know what that
they
means.
were coming up
Okay.
with good ideas back then.
This was
They were
when
not
Stan Lee
sober.
was doing this, and this is the last issue of Steve Ditko, who co-created Spider-Man. He's just like, no more Spider-Man after this.
It
After
broke Ditko.
After this one. So Joe Smith has dreams of becoming a boxing champ, but he's like very bad and sucks at his dreams. His manager, who I want to also note, is named Tommy Tompkins.
Hate these people.
Gets him a job.
To be in the room when they were coming up with this stuff, I'd give anything.
You'd be
I think-
hotboxed out of
I
existence.
think a lot of it
in that
was
room.
just Steve Ditko and Jack Kirby just like drawing the story, and then Stanley would just fill in the word bubbles. So the manager, Joe Smith's manager, gets him a job on a science fiction movie set as like a bad guy in a suit. And at
Great.
one point, a classic superhero / supervillain origin story occurs, a bunch of chemicals are just like loose on the ground, and then some lights fall on it, and he gets electrocuted with the chemicals? Question mark.
He gets chemical electrocuted.
You know those movie chemicals.
Yeah, you know how you always have to have dangerous chemicals on set when you're making a sci-fi movie. Well, it was the '60s. I don't know what.
Just put that spider serum right there on the floor. That's a good place for it.
Joe is caught in the shock, and he flies into a rage, and it's partly fueled by his own sense of inadequacy, and he feels bad about his life, and he's very frustrated.
I like
relatable.
And he becomes like temporarily super strong, and during the course of filming, instead of like play fighting, he actually starts to beat the shit out of his like other extras on the scene.
They keep filming after this.
Hey, he's fine.
Guys, this is great footage. Just keep going.
We only have the set for the rest of the day. We got to finish the film.
This is before unions.
You guys have basically rewritten the script for the comic, because that's exactly what happens. The director eats this up. He says, like, I don't care who has to get injured. We're filming this. Let's do it live.
Love it.
And
we'll do it live.
Eventually, because Peter Parker's obviously on the scene for no reason, he turns into Spider-Man. He's like, "Hey, knock it off, dude. What are you doing?" And then Joe kind of like snaps out of it, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me."
He did community service to apologize.
Oh no! Oh, what's going on with his head here?
He's got the glass.
Oh,
the broken glass that was holding the chemicals.
That's the hardest way to do Darth Maul cosplay. Over the course of the comic, a few more times, like, Joe starts to see stars in his eyes, and that's when his like sort of self-hatred comes out, and like he gets very frustrated, and that's when he goes into rage mode again, and Spider-Man has to stop him. So he's like not a bad guy.
He just needs counseling.
He's just a guy named Joe.
You know what I mean? He's just an emo Hulk.
Does he keep the costume from the movie on?
Correct.
Okay. Is it like fused to him because of the chemicals?
Not that I am aware of.
He just likes it. He likes it, and no one wants to wrestle him to get it back. Like, it was a rental, but you know what? We'll eat the cost on that.
It's covered in spider serum. It's yours now.
Okay.
You guys are not gonna let me. What is it? What is? It's a radioactive spider.
Yeah.
It's just a radioactive spider bite.
Yeah.
It's not a serum.
No.
It's just the bite
the venom.
from the.
Nor does the spider have a serum in and around itself.
The spider holds a syringe and jumps at Peter Parker and sticks him in the neck.
Well, what is a serum if not some combination of chemicals?
That's a good point.
Okay.
Let's focus on what Julia's doing.
What are human bodies but just big water bottles full of serums?
This and other things serial killers have been known to
He
say.
punched me with his serum bag. That's what I call fists.
Oh no! What happened to Joe's neck?
He's got a bit of a crick. A bit of a crick in the neck.
It looks like they punched his chin into his throat.
Oh, look at that.
Actually, yeah,
really did a number on him.
That's sticking in.
You managed to make a guy stretchier than the stretchy guy that I was supposed to make.
What happened to his bones?
Chemicals.
My bones.
I hate my bones so much.
Spider-Man, come face me.
Joe has a real hard time of it, like, later on, because he, like, after this, like, one-off story, he, like, shows up in a couple comics later, and, like, he has a kid, but his kid has, like, Vex, and, like, has to be hospitalized, and eventually his wife divorces him because the stress is too much.
Sure, yeah.
And then the kid just dies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, why not?
Yep.
Yeah.
What a villain. What an evil. Serves him right for being so bad.
I'm glad that you guys are just around to watch me draw this horrible.
I mean,
disfigured
what
man.
can you say?
I like that he's doing like this old-fashioned sort of boxing. He's like, put him
Come at me!
Nah, my bones hurt, see?
It looks like he's like...
What is happening here?
He's got the string coming out of his...
Oh, okay.
To tighten the...
Yeah, no, all right.
Yeah? You got that?
It looks like you added like some sort of like funhouse mirror like filter to him, to his like lower body.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop.
I forgot to mention he's just a Picasso painting.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah,
Julia anticipated this.
I'm gonna give him some high-top sneaks.
Nice.
Here's my logic for this dude. He got attacked by chemicals, so anything goes.
That's true.
It's the 60s
I think that was their
also.
logic as well.
Yeah, it's the 60s, so anything goes.
Could we do some spots in his eyes in and around those areas? Whatever you think spots in his eyes sounds like.
You said stars in his eyes, and she did give him a star.
I did give him a star.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's attention to detail.
Dude, I did it.
Tristan, is it stars or spots?
It's spots.
Don't lead me astray.
Well...
Is that a tattoo, or is he full of scars?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you a scar, kid. Did you say star? Nope.
What are you doing with that spider serum?
Where did this go?
Out of your bones, Theo, kid.
Where? Viewers,
the
if you
details.
could-
No! Julian, no!
Is he wearing a mesh tank top?
Wait.
Is that what's happening?
No.
Wait, so his arms have fabric on them, but not his torso?
His torso has the little...
Why's he got a nip hanging out?
Because it's so tight.
God, he's so miserable.
People at home, I need you to scrub back through the video and pinpoint the exact second this all went wrong. We need to go back.
Just
It was
rewind.
the neck. It was for sure the neck.
Oh my god. I started crying once I had to start explaining the nips. I was good until then.
It was a tank shirt, you know this. The way
I was so
60s, man.
sure of that answer.
He's got kind of an innie nip, you know?
Oh
He's got one of those concave nips.
Yeah, I was so sure and confident in an answer. Like, yeah, that's the most obvious. Oh my god.
This is good. I didn't know there's so many different ways for me to be upset by a drawing, but it's the gift that keeps on giving.
I think those are the spider serum is the chemicals that he was exposed to.
Exactly.
Right? So.
Tears are actually falling down my face.
Do you want to look this man?
I certainly don't want to look at this man that I've
Okay.
drawn, so let's look him
I
up.
don't know, like just a guy named Joe.
Just a guy named Joe.
There you go.
What?
There you go.
He is the most bland person I've ever set my eyes on.
Wait,
Look at this! Look at this skanking pose!
To be fair to just a guy named Joe, he is on the set of a crappy sci-fi movie, so
Right.
that's his costume.
He actually looks closer to the guy I drew.
Yeah.
He looks kind of like Deathstroke, is what he looks like,
Yeah, that's the guy I was
a
trying
little
to think of.
with World of Warcraft pauldrons on him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What are those? What are those? Tier 3?
Someone made a Minecraft skin of him.
Who would do that?
Why? Great.
And then we've got, as you scroll down further, you've got pictures of a guy named Joe. Just
Just
guys
some
named
Joes.
Joe.
Just some Joes.
Look at that guy.
Hey, that's not just a guy named Joe.
That's a guy.
Oh,
Think
very
again.
good. I need Mojo.
Tristan, this is always such a joy when you let us know about these heroes and villains forgotten to time.
You know, Jam came in and told me so,
Yeah.
and I had no choice.
Yeah.
If you have any other messages you want to relay from Jam about what kind of challenges we should do next,
Oh yes.
make sure to tell us what Jam has told you
Yeah. Someone
in the third person, in Jam's perspective.
Someone mentioned cryptids.
I like
Obscure
that.
cryptids would
I
be a
like
real
that
fun
idea a
one.
lot.
Julia, think about what you've done.
I don't want to. I want to
Try
forget
to
this
forget
ever
what you've
happened.
done.
Yeah.
And as always, we're very sorry.
I'm sorry.
I apologize.
My bones hurt.
Get me Spider-Man. I want
more
pictures of
pictures of
Spider-Man.
pictures of spider serum.
God.
Sorry.